Hey everyone, I'm going to try to make a couple shorter videos because my battery is low, but anyway, happy Vlogmas Day 10. I know it's really day 16, I'm so sorry, I'm going to try to catch up. I just got busy with Christmas preparations and like resume and job application stuff, which was all more time sensitive. So yeah, Vlogmas kind of fell by the wayside, but I'm hoping to catch up. So for today, I wanted to show you guys a couple things that I checked out from the library as kind of a part 2 follow-up from my library book nook video. So first I got an old-fashioned Thanksgiving, which, yes, it is very much past Thanksgiving. It's like almost 3 weeks, I want to say. Not quite, maybe like 2, no, yeah, it's like 3 weeks past it. Anyway, but I didn't find out about this movie until a couple days ago, and by then, of course, it was no longer on TV, and I think the only way I could watch it on demand was to pay for it. I really didn't want to do that, but then I was shelving when I was volunteering, and I saw this just sitting there, so I grabbed it, and it looks really cute. Like, it's about Thanksgiving, or it's like a family Thanksgiving in the 1800s, and it has Helene Joy in it, who I really like. She plays Dr. Julia Ogden on Murdoch Mysteries, which is one of my favorite television shows pretty much of all time. It's a Canadian mystery show, and oh my gosh, like, I would say that show is probably in my top 5 shows ever. So I really like her acting and her portrayal of the character in that, so I figured I definitely wanted to give this a try, so I'm just gonna watch it belatedly. Next is a film called Sing, and this is it's from the same people who did the Despicable Me movies and Secret Life of Pets. They're called Illumination. And I really like the first 2 Despicable Me movies. I haven't gotten a chance to see the third one yet, or any of the Minion movies. And I kind of half enjoyed Secret Life of Pets. I liked a lot of the characters, and I liked the plot for like the first hour. But then there was a character introduced about halfway through that made the plot go somewhere entirely different from what I was thinking, and so I didn't really enjoy the second half. But anyway, this one looks super cute. It is, basically if the Animal Kingdom had, like, American Idol or Britain's Got Talent or one of those type shows. So that just looks super cute, and I'm excited to see it. Next, we have Humans, Series 1. This is a show that I really, really enjoy. I can't say that it's one of my favorites because it's been long enough since I've seen Series 1 that I would have to rewatch it to actually see if it's one of my favorites, but I really do highly enjoy it. I started watching it because I heard Colin Morgan was going to be in it, and he is an actor who I really enjoy. He was on, he played Merlin on Merlin, which was one of my favorite TV shows, still is. I have a lot of favorites, you guys, but Merlin's amazing. So I found out he was going to be in this, and he is in this, and it turns out he has a beard in this, which I was like, oh my gosh, you don't look like you're about 16 anymore, that's awesome. Not that I cared, he was adorable in Merlin, but yeah, I just think he looks better with a beard. And it turns out this show is awesome in its own right, which I thought was great, because I admit that I did start watching it just because he was in it, but then, as I watched it, I was just like, this is really cool. Basically, it is set in, I can't tell if it's like an alternate present or if it's a not too distant future. But basically there are androids coexisting with humans, and they look like humans, but they just have, you know, robotic parts and everything. And there's this one guy who develops a software to let the androids kind of think and feel for themselves to the point where they are essentially human, just with android robotic parts. And so this whole show kind of, I guess it, like, focuses a lot on the moral question of, like, would and should these androids have rights if they could be essentially human, but then some of the humans are worried that, then they would end up taking over or something. I don't know, I'm not describing this plot very well, but it's a really, really awesome, a really awesome show, and I love it. And I just saw season 1 chilling in the library, so I grabbed it because I was in line for season 2, and then right after I got season 1 out of the library, I got an email saying, hey, season 2 is ready and available for you to pick up. So I haven't picked that up yet, but I think what I'll do is focus on Netflix for the rest of the month, because I don't know if I'll renew it in January, and then I think I'll still have like a week or a week and a half of having both of the DVDs, so I think I will watch both of the series kind of in the new year. And last is Mr. Dickens and His Carol, by Samantha Silva. Sorry if you guys heard that. I think maybe my mom's bringing in wood or something, but anyway, so Mr. Dickens and His Carol is, I want to say that I think it's going to be incredibly similar to Man Who Invented Christmas, because it's basically the same, it's based on the same story, which is Charles Dickens writing A Christmas Carol. And I'm kind of worried now that I've already seen Man Who Invented Christmas that I will find this to be too close to that. But what I'm hoping is that since, because originally I thought, oh, they're coming out at the same time, one must be based on the other. But that is actually not true. Man Who Invented Christmas is actually based on a book called Man Who Invented Christmas that is, in turn, then based on the true event of Charles Dickens writing A Christmas Carol. So because they're based on the same event, but not, like, connected other than that, I'm hoping maybe this will be kind of a different take on that true story. Like, maybe we'll see a different view or side of it that we didn't get to see in Man Who Invented Christmas. And by the way, I loved that movie so much that that's going to be a separate review for Vlogmas. Yeah, I completely loved it, and I loved it enough that about halfway through I was like, I'm definitely going to need to get this on DVD. And then I got sad, because I was like, this is the kind of movie where I will feel weird watching it any other time but Christmas, but it's amazing. So, yeah, anyway. So yeah, I think I am still really excited about this. I'm just slightly worried that it might feel too much like Man Who Invented Christmas. But I should read you guys the inside of this. So it says, Charles Dickens is not feeling the Christmas spirit. His newest book is an utter flop. The critics have turned against him. Relatives near and far hound him for money, while his wife plans a lavish holiday party for their ever-expanding family and circle of friends. Dickens has visions of the poorhouse, but when his publishers try to blackmail him into writing a Christmas book to save them all from financial ruin, he refuses, and a serious bout of writer's block sets in. Frazzled and filled with self-doubt, Dickens seeks solace in his great palace of thinking, the city of London itself. On one of his long night walks, in a once-beloved square, he meets the mysterious Eleanor Lovejoy, who might be just the muse he needs. As Dickens's deadline closes in, Eleanor propels him on a Scrooge-like journey that tests everything he believes about generosity, friendship, ambition, and love. The story he writes will change Christmas forever. Laced with humor, rich historical detail from Charles Dickens's life, and clever winks to his work, Mr. Dickens and His Carol is an irresistible new take on a cherished classic. Okay, that sounds pretty amazing actually, because I already, just in that synopsis, saw at least 2 or 3 differences between Samantha Silva's take and The Man Who Invented Christmas. So I kind of am now back to being just as excited as I was. The only downside is that it's close enough to Christmas now that I think this will probably end up replacing one of my rereads, because I was going to reread 2 or 3 of my favorite Christmas books. So this might end up replacing one of those. But we will see. I'm basically going to try to read as much Christmassy stuff between now and Christmas as I can. The only non-Christmassy thing I will be reading is I have to finish reading Red Herring Without Mustard by Alan Bradley in order to move on to I Am Half Sick of Shadows, because that's like the Christmassy one. So I have to finish that one first, so I think I'm going to try to do that tonight and tomorrow, and then start I Am Half Sick of Shadows beginning of next week. So hopefully this will definitely make it into my reading list before Christmas. So yeah, that's my little haul. I'm sorry this is kind of longer than I wanted it to be, but yeah, let me know if you guys have seen any of these movies or TV series or read Mr. Dickens and His Carol and what you thought. I have seen a couple booktube reviews of Mr. Dickens and His Carol, and they've been, I think, all positive, really, so I'm very excited about that. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.